I was raised Tibetan Buddhist in Kentucky, which is a problem because Kentucky is based in the Bible Belt. In middle school, we watched, for some reason, our math class had a movie day, and we watched the 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston, and it was the first time I'd ever heard of that. It was like, who are all these people? What are they doing? Like, all the numerous biblical stories that people know about, like, automatically, like from a young age, even if their parents aren't really strict about religion, like they know about that, they know about who St. Peter is, and they know, who Jesus is. Like, I didn't know who Jesus was, who is this person? And it constantly felt like I was out of the loop. Like there was always this boundary. Even friends that I made in school, my best friend in 5th grade was really, really religious, and she was always trying to get me to go to church and things like that, and I had no idea what she was talking about, and it always felt like she was, like, in my perspective of the social realm, like she was like the head of this social group that I could never ever be a part of because I didn't understand what was going on.
By this merit may all obtain omniscience, may it defeat the enemy wrongdoing, from the stormy waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death.
It was so painful to be a part of something that was like so different, and people were like so many misconceptions about it. People would call me heathens. I remember that over and over and over again. Oh, that I would be going to hell too. I mean, it was like a typical playground situation. Is that I'm playing with people, and then something comes up about religion, and then they tell me I'm going to hell. It's like, what kind of fucking recess is that? Like in 3rd grade, you're like, 7 years old, and you're running around, and like, I don't know, maybe something slipped about Buddhism, I mean, it was such a normal thing in my psyche, like, talking about meditation and like the Buddha and like compassion and I don't know what else, and and then you're running around, you're talking, you're playing with your friends, and all of a sudden it's like, well, you're going to hell. And my response to that, typically, I can't remember what my first response. I was probably just like, what the heck are you talking about, but my response after that was like, how can I go to hell if I don't believe in it? Which is so cute. But it's so sad that a kid has to say that. You know what I mean? Like a 7-year-old has to be like, I mean, that's a pretty, like, philosophical statement, Like, how can I go to hell if I don't believe in hell? But then, of course, and then kids would be really concerned that I didn't believe in heaven either, Be like, well, what are you going to do if you don't go to heaven, Like, even if they were okay with me not knowing about hell, not going to hell, and be like, well, you don't even have a chance to go to heaven. Like, what will you do? It's like, what do you mean? I won't do anything. It's not a concern to me, but it is a huge concern to them.